Welcome to it. This is Lindy Shabangu and you are on Project CB News. Today we're going to be talking about something that's slightly different and a bit comfortable, maybe uncomfortable. But I have got a friend of mine. Hi, Jenny.
Hello, Lindy.
I haven't met her for donkey years. Jenny.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, been what, 30 years?
Something like that, yes.
And this 30 years, South Africa has just seen, we've just gone through democracy, we've gone through just barely surviving to trying to start thriving. Not sure if we are there yet.
We're getting there. I believe in silver linings.
You've always been an optimistic person. Which brings me to what you do. I mean, you've been into research. You've always been a person that brings love, hope, peace together. And you are into life coaching. What is that all about?
So life coaching is really moving a person from good to great. So with life coaching, you would identify what goals people want to achieve, and then you would help people move through those goals. So it's very much like a wave. It's like a journey that you take a person on so that they can really show up in the world in who their best self is.
So you reckon that an individual, anyone, should actually consider life coaching in their lifetime?
Yes, definitely. It's a nice way to just steer your life, to make sure that your life has purpose. It's a nice way to unleash your full potential and just make sure that you show up as your best self.
Is it not considered to be like a downside, like a downer? You know, people in the past, you'd say that I'm going to go see my shrink, and people would look down on you.
Yeah.
Is that not a stigma of some sort, saying that I'm going to go see a life coach?
Yeah, so the difference between a psychologist and a life coach, there is a difference.
Okay.
So a psychologist would very much sit and listen to the person and diagnose, like, where could they help the person. Whereas a life coach helps steer a person towards their goals. So it's a lot more kind of interactionary, if I can say. So it's both people are feeding off of each other to help steer this person to a better self. It's not dealing with like a trauma wound or something, you know, that has happened in their life that they need to get over, or a difficulty. It's not that at all. It's more about identifying what is it that we can set as goals and what are the steps to reach those goals for individuals that they can really go on a good journey, living a purposeful life.
Purposeful life, that's a mouthful, right? I mean, as South Africans, we are so burdened. I mean, you know, the disparity in races, and some people having to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to work and not actually seeing their children, and then coming back and having to have a purposeful life, meaningful life, in inverted commas, with their family. And their kids are already either tired, exhausted, haven't done their homework, they're lagging behind. How would life coaching help a person in that scenario?
Yeah, so with life coaching, I also include tools to help people with wherever they're at. So like an example you've given now, I would bring in tools and exercises to help whichever individual you were talking about manage their stress. So there'd be tools on how to cope with their stress. We could have a conversation around time management, around priorities. So I always think time with your family and your children are like glass balls. And often as human beings, we have a lot of balls in the air. But some of these balls will bounce back. But glass balls don't bounce back. And glass balls are things like your family, they're things like your health. So a life coach could come in and help a person get better work-life balance by giving them tools. So whether those be tools for mediation or breathing exercises or tapping exercises, but you'd get various tools on how to manage better, or how can you almost project manage your life better so that there is enough time for the glass balls in your life.
So Jenny, how do we connect with you?
How do you connect with me? Well, you can reach me at 076 170 6989, or you can find me on my website. My website is icanidolife.com.
icanidolife.com.
Yes, so the reason for that is because it's more action based. So it's not just about having a sense of what I can do, it's about actually then moving that from an I can to an I do, so that you really are living out whatever that dream is in an execution state, so in a doing state. I can, I do life.
I can, I do life. This is Lindy Shabangu and Jenny Ruth Coggin signing out from icanidolife.com.